The Stanley Cup Final finally here. It's a rematch between the Oilers and the Panthers, in which, of course, the Panthers won it a year ago. They partied down the streets of South Florida, and now they won more, but not if Connor McDavid has anything to do with it. There's so much star power in this matchup that we had to rank them all. We've got our hockey analyst and former Stanley Cup champion Pierre McGuire joining us ahead of Game 1 at Rogers Place on Wednesday. Pierre, two things. Number one, I can't help but be blinded by this Stanley Cup ring that you've got on your finger here. So just tell us a little bit more about your ring.
This is a 1991 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup ring. Proud of it. It was good. And we had Scotty Bowman on, the legend, this morning. He's only got 9 of them.
I know. Great conversation, by the way. Go check that out on our YouTube pages. I also want to point out that Pierre McGuire is going to go through ranking your players currently playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. And why is he qualified? He's been on the ice as both a coach and a broadcaster for 16 seasons. And for those of you at home, that's more than 85 games. So, Pierre, I say all that to say that you were the man for this job. So let's go through your top 10. We start with a guy who has only been in South Florida for just a few minutes, but he's had a huge impact, Brad Marchand.
It's amazing, Haley, what he's been able to do as a player in the National Hockey League. He was a first-line player when you think about it, when he's playing in Boston. Now he's playing as a third-line player with Luostarinen and also Anton Lundell. And that line, such an impact line for the Florida Panthers. So I have him at 10 overall. And remember, he won the Stanley Cup in 2011, so he knows how to win.
He's making his 4th career Stanley Cup Finals appearance and has the 4th most career playoff points among players. So many good things when it comes to Brad Marchand. Let's go to number 9, and to do so, we go over to the Edmonton side here, where we find Evan Bouchard, the most goals and most assists by a defenseman in the playoffs to this point. Pretty good spot there at number 9.
Yeah, no, and you know what's the biggest thing about Evan? He's improved so much defensively. One of my former players, Paul Coffey's working there with Mark Stewart, coaching the defense in Edmonton. Bouchard, for the longest period of time, Haley, was known as a one-trick pony. He could shoot the puck through a wall. But now he's become an elite puck mover. He's done a real good job identifying how to take away time and space defensively. And I think the biggest thing is the confidence he has in the power play, playing with Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. That helps a lot. Sometimes that can be intimidating for a defenseman. It hasn't been for Evan Bouchard, so that's why I have him at 9.
2 names you mentioned that we're going to get to in a minute, but before we do, let's go back over to the Panthers, where we find Seth Jones at number 8. I love the story with Seth Jones. Most people, or some people, don't know that his dad was an assistant coach with the Denver Nuggets, and his first introduction to the Stanley Cup was the Avs when he was just 6 years old. He had a relationship with the team, so he gets to watch one at 6 and now play for one here as your number 8 player on our list.
It's an amazing story when you think about Seth Jones. I mean, he's been part of a U.S. World Junior team that won gold over in Russia. He played for the great Phil Housley over there. He's never really had a lot of sustained success in the National Hockey League until he got to South Florida, Haley. And he's been so great. Dominant on the power play, dominant on the penalty kill. A guy that has to log a lot of big minutes in 5-on-5 situations. He's been really special, and a great acquisition by Billy Zito, the general manager of the Florida Panthers.
Man, where would you rank him on this list? Bill Zito, he's got to be number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I know.
He has been so special orchestrating this team for Florida. If we go to number 7, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid referred to him as a Swiss Army knife. He says he can do it all, and he does it all at a high level. That's what Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, has to say about him. What says you?
He's special because of his brain power. This guy's doing, math problems at night where most guys aren't. They're playing checkers. This guy's playing at another level. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the strongest guy. He's not the biggest guy. What he is he's the smartest guy. He makes plays in confined areas. He makes the players around him better. He's a natural centerman that played just down the road from Edmonton in Red Deer before he was the first overall pick of the Edmonton Oilers. But the thing that stands out to me about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, brain power, elite brain power, and that's why he's got the ability to make the players around him better.
You can't teach that IQ,
no
hockey
chance.
IQ. It's
no
right
chance.
there, sitting 4th in playoff scoring with 18 points. At number 6, we find Matthew Tkachuk, and I like number 6. At first, I was like, wait, he's like one of the best players, but given what we've seen out of him, 6 makes sense. I remember when he first moved down here a few years ago, he came over, and one of the things he told us on his introductory press conference was that I'm going to bring a championship to South Florida. Not only has he done that here, Pierre, but he's taken them back 3 times, at least put them in potential to do it 3 times.
He's just a whole lot of nasty, you know what I mean? Haley, when he plays, he understands how to dominate board play. He understands how to be a thorn in the side of the other team's top players. He knows how to establish body position in the opposition slot. And to me, the biggest thing about Matthew, a little bit like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he's got an insane brain for the game, Haley. He really understands how to make players around him better. So you look at the chemistry he has with Sam Bennett, you look at the chemistry he has with Carter Verhaeghe, they make things happen. And then on the power play, Matthew's so good.
He also knows how to get under the other team's skin.
He's good at that.
He's really good there. You mentioned Sam Bennett. That's where we go next at number 5. 10 goals in the postseason. He has just truly been so special for South Florida.
I know in South Florida they got a lot of golf courses, so you get to have mulligans. Calgary Flames would love to have a mulligan on Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett's great because he drives everybody nuts. He's fast, he's physical, he's nasty. He understands his role. He's amazingly coachable, and he's thriving playing for Paul Maurice. I think Paul Maurice has done such a good job for Sam Bennett. He's really resurrected his career. You got to remember, Sam Bennett was a 3rd overall pick, and he was just thrown to the side of the garbage heap. He really was. And he comes to South Florida, and he resurrects his career, and I think Paul Maurice had a lot to do with that.
We've talked a lot about his physicality in the postseason. Brad Marchand said, quote, he's just a player you love to have on your team and one you hate to play against. And we've seen that with Sam Bennett. If we go to number 4, we go to the goaltender. That, of course, is Sergei Bobrovsky. Playoff Bob is always on a different level. But what have you seen out of him that has him at number 4 here?
His rebound control's a lot better this year. He's getting a lot of help from his defense. And I think the biggest thing about Sergei Bobrovsky going forward, he's won the Stanley Cup. He doesn't have any more doubters. He's got this self-internal mechanism that rings of confidence. So I think that he's the guy that's going to be, if Florida wins, I think he'll be the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
He wraps up our trio of Florida Panthers here on this list midway through the pack. Now we got to go back over to the Edmonton side at number 3, and that's where we find Leon Draisaitl, Pierre.
And how could you not have Leon Draisaitl in the top 3? I mean, you look at him, he's big, he's skillful, he can score from any angle. He's got an overpowering presence in terms of attacking off the rush or scoring off the cycle. He's a guy that can play with lesser players, he can play with great players. He's unbelievable on the power play. And that one-time shot he has on the right side of the power play as a left-hand shot is overwhelming. He can beat you far side, he can beat you short side. Leon Draisaitl is a world-class player. He's a superstar.
Currently on a 6-game point streak there, Leon Draisaitl is scoring streak, I should say. So he comes in at number 3. We go to number 2, which is where we find the current Selke winner this year in Alexander Barkov. 2nd straight year, 3rd time overall. I mean, what more can you say about what Barkov has done for this team?
This is the only thing Bill Zito didn't do. He didn't draft Sasha Barkov. Dale Talon deserves a lot of credit for that. Good on you, Dale. All that being said, Sasha Barkov is great defensively. He matches up against any player in the National Hockey League. He can create offense. Look at the game-winning goal that they helped create against the Carolina Hurricanes in the deciding game when he moved the puck to Carter Verhaeghe. I can't say enough good things about Sasha Barkov, and he's a tremendous leader. He's revered by his teammates.
He is plus 600 to win the Conn Smythe. I believe last time I looked, that was 3rd shortest odds, but we know who number 1 belongs to. It is Connor McDavid with Edmonton. He won the Conn Smythe last year despite losing in the series. So this year, he comes in at number 1, Pierre, on your list. He's trying to win that award again, and most importantly, he's trying to win a Stanley Cup.
Haley, all I have to say is one thing about him. Human highlight reel. You don't have to say anything else about Connor McDavid. He does it all. Fast, skillful, passionate, nasty when he has to be. He makes everybody better. And you got to go watch him play because he's worth the price of admission. I
did not enjoy watching him against my Dallas Stars in that last series.
No, you did not.
But I will give you the respect. He is number 1 for a reason. Pierre McGuire, I'm so excited to have you in studio.
I had so much fun.
Pierre.
Thank you.
Hang out with us as we take a look here at the odds to win the Conn Smythe. We just talked about him. Connor McDavid coming in at plus 100. Alexander Barkov sitting there at plus 600. A lot of Panthers on this list, though. We'll have to see who wins it at the end of the series.